Hello everyone, I'm here to talk about how to make user styles on KORG Arranger keyboards. With me I have the PA900 Arranger keyboard, which is the earlier model to PA1000. And if you see at any factory style, you have all these sections, 3 intro sections, 4 variations, breaks, 3 endings, and your fill in between the variations. So if you're making a user style, we have to make each one of these parts individually. So first we will start with making variations. To create a user style, you must be in style play mode, then press record and select the option record new style. OK, and you will come to the style record page. And first thing you must do is give it a new name and save it in a new location. So select an empty slot and let's name it new style number 1. While you're in this page, you can see that there are 8 tracks available for you, and the first 2 tracks by default, they are a drum track and a percussion track, and you have 6 melody tracks. So in order to make a user style, you must have at least 6 tracks for you, and if you want to enrich them, then you can have additional 2 tracks. You'll be basically using the drum track, percussion track, a bass track, a piano track, a guitar, then a pad track. In this record section, we have these options for us. In the first one, we can see we have selected, it is coming as variation 1, and all the elements of the styles can be seen here, and you have to make them individually. So now we will start with variation 1. And the chord variation length, you can leave it at CV1, and the resolution we will change to half beat for our song. If you do not want any quantization, you can keep it as high, and for now we'll keep it at half beat. These things can be changed later in the menu in the style edit as quantize, so it can be done now or later. Then this is standard measure length. We have a 2 measure count. Right now we have selected 4x4. It is coming by default. You can change this to any timing you want. Now we'll make a basic 4x4 style, and we'll leave the tempo at 120. So now let's start recording. So we'll start with the drum track first, and we'll start with the hi-hats. The hi-hats are basically your timing instruments, and it's part of your timing reference. So we will start with the hi-hats, and let's keep the metronome on. So when you press start, it will give you a 1 measure countdown. So we'll just listen to that. So it keeps looping on its own, and you can keep adding instruments or notes as you will. So we'll just add a kick and stick to that, because this is variation 1, we need to keep it simple. If you make a mistake, you can go to menu, you can go to event edit, and it will show you whatever you have created until now. If you want to increase the values, you can do it at this stage. So we'll just leave it at that for now. and keep saving as you go. It's like a computer, so you will not lose data in between. We'll just listen to it again. So that's pretty okay for now. Now let's go to the next track, and now we will just use the piano track. Actually, you can change these tracks to any which way you want. By default, the fourth track is the piano track, and this will be your pitch reference. So, and let's add some piano to our track. And you can program it in any key, and the default setting is C major. You can choose whichever scale you want. And now let's leave it at C major. Now we are creating a simple 4x4 track, so we'll just keep everything simple for your reference. So just listen to it again. And we'll just write that portion. Now let's go to the guitar track. Now this is one very good feature of KORG keyboards. It has got a special guitar strumming mode. Please see how to activate that. Go to menu, style track controls, and you can see the track types. First you have the percussion, bass, and rest are all accompaniment tracks. If you want to activate the guitar track, you can see it is now accompaniment. Just select the last one, GTR, for guitar. So now the guitar track has been activated, and guitar mode basically. And if you see the keyboard, you don't have the full range of this guitar mode here. So, and one section is actually hidden, so you have to go one octave down. You can see now. Now the strumming mode is activated, and also the plucking mode. And let's change this guitar. If you click this band here, you can change the instrument to whichever you want. And I will select the real folk guitar strumming too. I would suggest you check the reference manual to know which key stands for what. And there are several types here: your downstroke, your upstroke, your close sections, open. So now let's just fill and add to our track now. We'll just write that section. It sounds alright. And now let's add one more track. That'll be the pad track. We'll choose a pad as warm pad. We'll just add the root chord to that. Now you need to know one thing. Anything you need to mix, you should be done outside this page. We have to go back to the main, exit from record and go to the main page. You can change the parameters here, you can change the level and everything, but it will not be saved. If you want to change this, the levels and mixing and pan, etc., you must exit from record and do that from the main page. The pads we have made is sounding a bit too loud. Pad should be ideally very light. It should be just like a halo. We can do that later in the mixing section. Now let's do the final track for our style. That will be the bass track. There's a reason for keeping the bass to the last, because this is a 2 measure count, and if you make it 4 measure or 8 measure, you can add more links to your bass and it will sound more natural. We'll just leave it at 2 measure for now, and we'll just select finger bass number 2. So we'll just make it simple. We'll just write that portion. Now our style is nearly ready. We'll just go exit from record and go to the mixing section. Now let's go to the mixing section, which is equally important when making your style. So let's go to menu, mixer tuning, and this is also as per the song and as per your individual tastes. But there are some general guidelines, so I will just give you some pointers to make a starting point. You can always come back and edit these parameters later as per your liking and do more tweaking as you will. So the drum tracks are generally kept to the maximum and the pan in the center. The bass track we will keep it to 90 for now, and this is also as per your taste. If you want your bass to be richer, you can do that. And a piano should be around 90. The bass will increase to 95, piano around 90. The guitar level will keep it a bit rich, so we'll keep it to 110. And the pad should be very low, should not be very highlighted, so we'll keep it low around 45. And this piano and guitar will keep it symmetric and offset, so we'll keep it minus 20 to the left for piano, 20 to the right for guitar, and we'll keep the pads extreme right, about 50. There is no hard and fast rule for this. This is all to your liking, your taste, your preferences, but this is just to give a starting point. All these settings have to be saved. From this drop down menu, you go to Write Current Style Settings. You have saved that setting, and you can also adjust your tempo again here if you like. So we'll just listen to the style we made and let's see how it is. You don't have to worry too much about your transposition. The keyboard will do it for you. It's giving you convenience to program it in any key. We just made it in C major, and the keyboard automatically it will transpose to any other chord you play, like your normal factory styles. So it's pretty easy to make. I hope you have gained something from this video. Thank you so much for watching.